Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a film review of Article 15, the Hindi film starring Ayushmann Khurrana. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam cinema. I saw Article 15, and it's such, oh gosh, it's such a good film. Ayushmann Khurrana I respect so much because he joked in this interview that he did with Anupama Chopra on Film Companion that he takes the roles that no one else wants. And it sounds like, in fact, his next role is about being in a gay relationship. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, you think about it. Vicky Donor, he did the one about erectile dysfunction. He's done so many roles and scripts that no one else would touch with a 10-foot pole. And he just excels at them. He's really good at comedy. Barely Ki Barfi was amazing. And then Anandan was like a revelation. It was just so good. So he's never played a cop before. This is his first cop role. So I have not seen Mulk, but this is the same director, Anubhav Sinha, who released Mulk last year about Islamophobia. And this film is about caste, which is a unique issue to India. I don't think there's any place else in the world that has thousands of year history about caste. And then the Constitution, Article 15 says you shall not discriminate on the basis of caste, sex, religion, etc. So it can be written down, but then the practical realities in rural communities, that's what Ayushmann's character comes in to head up this police station, and from his very first moments driving into the area, they stop and his driver won't get him a bottle of water from a road stand because it's the wrong caste. It's just things that he, as an upper caste Brahmin from a metropolitan area who lived in Europe, has not had to deal with or confront the realities of what people deal with in many areas in India. There's a case of missing girls, and it's based on a real gang rape case that happened in UP, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know enough about the real case to know. I think they have changed some of the circumstances. So when you get to the end of the film, at least for me, there were a lot of surprises and twists at the end. Maybe an audience in India was expecting those twists and turns, but I wasn't. So I appreciated that. I thought the film was going a certain way, and then it, you know, took some interesting turns at the end. Ayushmann's performance is so good, and he just keeps you captivated through. It's set up like a crime whodunit thriller, but it's giving so many messages about the caste system and society, but not in a lecturing tone. I mean, it's so thought-provoking. It's so searing in some of the things that happen, and some of what the Dalit and oppressed caste people say, some of what their characters say. It's just things that are going to stay with me. I thought it was so random. It starts with a Bob Dylan, the Blowin' in the Wind song, but it's this line, how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he doesn't see? And that is a key to Ayushmann's character, that he makes a choice. I'm not just going to rush this case through and keep the status quo, and as his underlings in the police station say, just keep the balance, just keep the balance. And he's not willing to do that anymore. I will say there were a lot of characters, and for me it got a little bit confusing who exactly everyone was and what their status was in the police station, but there were some standouts. Sayani Gupta plays a Dalit named Gora, and she was so searing in her performance. She was outstanding. And then she is in a relationship with this sort of mysterious figure named Nishad, and he's sort of a leader of the oppressed caste people. And ultimately in the second half, we've heard him in voiceovers, and we finally see him. He's played by Mohammed Zishan Ayub, and I thought, oh my gosh, he was so good. And I was like, where have I seen him? And he's always the sidekick in other films. Like, he was the best friend in Zero, he was the best friend in Rais. So here he's getting to play such a heroic character. But one criticism I have heard is this is not a film from the Dalit perspective. Our hero is a Brahmin, so he is coming in as sort of the outsider, and he is our eyes into this community. It's not a film like Fandri, the Marathi film, or Pariyaram Parimal, the Tamil film. And this isn't, you know, a story of a love story where people are of two different castes and that's the obstacle that keeps them apart. It's not like that at all. Some of these other industries have been dealing with the caste issue, and it hasn't been so much in Hindi cinema. I'm glad this film was made. It's sometimes hard to watch. There was some of the character actors were also really good. Manoj Pawar is a scene stealer. I've seen him like in Very to Wedding. He plays one of the father. He can be so comedic, and he's an obstacle to a Yoshiman when he comes. He's the one that, like, let's just keep the balance, just sign the report, just case closed, case closed. Nasser comes in late as a CBI representative. He's always good at playing these. He has a presence about him to come in. Even a small role, he makes an impact. To me, the most heartbreaking character maybe was Jatav, one of the cops who is of an oppressed caste and is really caught between the police community and his village community. And he's played by Kumud Mishra. And I just thought, wow, I'm sure I've seen him in other films, but he was just really outstanding in this one. So this film is not easy to watch, but I think it's a must-watch. It's such a fine film. It's so well put together, and the cinematography is so adds to the creepiness and the mood. Frequently there are scenes at night or right at dusk, which kind of just, I don't know, there's like mist hovering over the roads and whatever, and it was just both beautiful and eerie and creepy at the same time. So really set the mood. Anyway, I really thought it was a fine film and one that you should definitely see. Let me know what you thought about the film in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PerdaysyYT. Subscribe here to Perdaysy Reviews, and if you hit the bell when you subscribe, then you'll get a notification whenever I have a new trailer reaction or a film review.